Remember when Zach could stop time, Kelly stole hearts, and Mr. Belding kept the chaos barely under control? Saved by the Bell was the heart of a generation, and now in 2025 we're catching up with the cast we grew up with. Where are they now? Let's find out. Let's get started. Mark Paul Gosselaar was born on March 1, 1974. In Saved by the Bell, he played Zach Morris, the charming and mischievous high schooler known for his timeouts and pranks. At the time of filming, he was just 15 years old. Zach became an iconic TV character, and Mark Paul's performance made him a teen heartthrob. After the show, Gosselaar starred in hit series like NYPD Blue, Franklin and Bash, and The Passage. In 2025, Mark Paul is 51 years old and continues to act, staying active in both TV and film. Mario Lopez was born on October 10, 1973. In Saved by the Bell, he portrayed A.C. Slater, the tough but lovable jock who was always up for a challenge and had a knack for wrestling. At the time of filming, he was 16 years old. A.C. became known for his signature moves and his friendly rivalry with Zach. After the show, Mario went on to host various TV shows, including Extra and America's Best Dance Crew, while also acting in several projects. In 2025, Mario is 51 years old and continues to be a prominent TV personality, appearing on Access Hollywood and acting in Saved by the Bell reboots. Dustin Diamond was born on January 7, 1977. In Saved by the Bell, he played Samuel Screech Powers, the lovable nerd with an endless supply of quirky one-liners and oddball moments. At the time of filming, Dustin was just 12 years old. Screech became one of the most memorable characters on the show, often providing comic relief and heart. After Saved by the Bell, Dustin had a variety of roles, including a few reality TV appearances. Sadly, he passed away on February 1, 2021, at the age of 44 after a battle with cancer. Lark Voorhies was born on March 25, 1974. In Saved by the Bell, she played Lisa Turtle, the fashionable, sassy, and intelligent friend who had a knack for fashion and a bit of a shopping obsession. At the time of filming, Lark was 15 years old. Lisa quickly became a fan favorite with her iconic style and wit. After the show, Lark appeared in various TV shows and movies, including The Bold and the Beautiful. In 2025, Lark is 51 years old, and though she has stepped back from acting, she continues to stay connected with her fans on social media. Dennis Haskins was born on November 18, 1950. In Saved by the Bell, he played Mr. Richard Belding, the well-meaning but often flustered high school principal who tried his best to keep Zach and the gang out of trouble. At the time of filming, Dennis was 38 years old. Mr. Belding became a central figure, providing wisdom and comic relief. After the show, Dennis continued acting, appearing in series like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and The New Class. In 2025, Dennis is 74 years old and remains active in acting, making appearances at fan conventions and events. Tiffani Thiessen was born on January 23, 1974. In Saved by the Bell, she played Kelly Kapowski, the all-American girl next door who captured the hearts of Zach Morris and viewers alike. At the time of filming, Tiffani was 15 years old. Kelly became the quintessential high school sweetheart and a central figure in the show's storylines. After Saved by the Bell, Tiffani starred in Beverly Hills 90210 and White Collar, and became a TV host with Dinner at Tiffany's. In 2025, Tiffani is 51 years old and continues to stay busy with acting and her cooking shows. Elizabeth Berkley was born on July 28, 1972. In Saved by the Bell, she played Jessie Spano, the ambitious and socially conscious overachiever who had memorable moments like her iconic "I'm so excited, I'm so scared" meltdown. At the time of filming, Elizabeth was 16 years old. Jessie's role as the feminist, student activist, and high-strung character made her unforgettable. After the show, Elizabeth starred in the controversial film Showgirls and later appeared in TV shows like The Curse of the Bambino and Dancing with the Stars. In 2025, Elizabeth is 52 years old and continues to act, as well as work as a motivational speaker. Ed Alonzo was born on July 26, 1962. In Saved by the Bell, he played Max, the eccentric and lovable owner of the Max, the hangout spot for Zach and the gang. At the time of filming, Ed was 27 years old. Max became a fun, quirky character who often provided comic relief and a touch of magic. After the show, Ed continued his career as a magician and comedian, performing in various live shows and on TV. In 2025, Ed is 62 years old and remains active in the entertainment world, performing his magic shows and making occasional TV appearances. Leanna Creel was born on August 27, 1970. In Saved by the Bell, she played Tori Scott, the tough, no-nonsense new student who briefly joined the gang in the final season. At the time of filming, Leanna was 23 years old. Tori quickly became known for her rebellious yet kind heart, and her relationship with Zach was a major storyline. After Saved by the Bell, Leanna appeared in a few TV shows and films, but she eventually shifted her focus behind the scenes, becoming a successful producer and director. In 2025, Leanna is 54 years old and continues to work in the entertainment industry. Troy Fromin was born on November 15, 1966. In Saved by the Bell, he played Ox, also known as Scud, one of the fun-loving members of the nerdy group who was part of the show's side characters. At the time of filming, Troy was 25 years old. Ox's role was more of a background character, often adding to the comic chaos with his friends. After the show, Troy made a few appearances in TV shows and movies, but stepped away from acting to focus on other pursuits. In 2025, Troy is 58 years old and maintains a low profile, staying away from the public eye. Ernie Sabella was born on September 19, 1949. In Saved by the Bell, he played Leon Carosi, the no-nonsense manager of the Malibu Sands Beach Club, where Zach and his friends worked during the summer. At the time of filming, Ernie was 41 years old. Leon became known for his gruff yet endearing personality, often clashing with Zach but eventually forming a bond with the gang. After the show, Ernie enjoyed a long career in voice acting, famously voicing Timon's father in The Lion King and appearing in many animated series. In 2025, Ernie is 75 years old and continues to work in voice acting. Leah Remini was born on June 15, 1970. In Saved by the Bell, she played Stacy Carosi, the feisty and independent daughter of Leon Carosi, who worked alongside Zach and the gang at the Malibu Sands Beach Club. At the time of filming, Leah was 19 years old. Stacy quickly became a fan favorite for her strong-willed personality and her brief but memorable romantic interest in Zach. After the show, Leah went on to star in The King of Queens, which solidified her status as a comedic TV star. In 2025, Leah is 54 years old and continues to work in acting, producing, and activism, notably for her work with the anti-Scientology movement. Jack Angelus was born on April 7, 1950. In Saved by the Bell, he played Mr. Tuttle, the somewhat hapless substitute teacher who replaced Mr. Belding in a few episodes. At the time of filming, Jack was 39 years old. Mr. Tuttle's character was known for his disorganized teaching style and humorous interactions with the students. After Saved by the Bell, Jack appeared in a handful of TV shows and films, but his role as Mr. Tuttle remained one of his most memorable. Sadly, he passed away on May 2, 2009, at the age of 59. Patrick Thomas O'Brien was born on January 26, 1951. In Saved by the Bell, he played Mr. Dewey, the stern and somewhat intimidating substitute teacher who made a memorable appearance in a few episodes. At the time of filming, Patrick was 38 years old. Mr. Dewey's no-nonsense attitude made him a standout character, though his brief appearances left a lasting impression. After Saved by the Bell, Patrick continued his acting career with roles in TV shows and films, though he primarily focused on smaller roles. In 2025, Patrick is 74 years old and remains active in acting and theater. Pamela Kosh was born on October 1, 1928. In Saved by the Bell, she played Miss Simpson, later Mrs. Simpson, the teacher who had a brief but memorable presence at Bayside High. At the time of filming, Pamela was 61 years old. Miss Simpson was portrayed as a kind, yet slightly eccentric teacher who occasionally interacted with the main characters. After Saved by the Bell, Pamela had several guest spots on TV shows and films, though she did not continue acting in major roles. Sadly, she passed away on May 4, 2022, at the age of 94. Bridgette Wilson-Sampras was born on September 25, 1973. In Saved by the Bell, she played Ginger, a beautiful but somewhat ditzy student who briefly becomes Zach's love interest during the summer at the Malibu Sands Beach Club. At the time of filming, Bridgette was 19 years old. Ginger's character added a bit of drama and romance to the storyline during her short time on the show. After Saved by the Bell, Bridgette transitioned to a successful career in Hollywood, appearing in films like Mortal Kombat, Billy Madison, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. In 2025, Bridgette is 51 years old and is primarily focused on her family life and occasional acting appearances. Patrick Muldoon was born on September 27, 1968. In Saved by the Bell, he played Jeffrey Hunter, the handsome and charming older college student who briefly dates Kelly Kapowski. At the time of filming, Patrick was 21 years old. Jeffrey's character was involved in a love triangle with Zach and Kelly, creating some tension and drama during his short time on the show. After Saved by the Bell, Patrick continued acting in TV shows and movies, with notable roles in Melrose Place, Starship Troopers, and The Secret Agent Club. In 2025, Patrick is 56 years old and remains active in acting, particularly in films and television. Carol Lawrence was born on September 5, 1932. In Saved by the Bell, she played Miss Wentworth, the teacher who briefly appeared in the series as a love interest for Mr. Belding. At the time of filming, Carol was 58 years old. Miss Wentworth's character brought a bit of romance and charm to the show, especially in her interactions with the beloved principal. After Saved by the Bell, Carol continued to have a successful career in theater, television, and film. In 2025, Carol is 92 years old and has retired from acting, enjoying a peaceful life away from the limelight. Tori Spelling was born on May 16, 1973. In Saved by the Bell, she played Violet Bickerstaff, a sweet and quirky girl who briefly dates Screech during the show's later seasons. At the time of filming, Tori was 16 years old. Violet's character added some heart to the show with her awkward yet endearing relationship with Screech. After Saved by the Bell, Tori became a household name with her role in Beverly Hills 90210 and later starred in various reality TV series and movies. In 2025, Tori is 51 years old and continues to be active in the entertainment industry, with a focus on acting and reality TV. John Sanderford was born on February 6, 1952. In Saved by the Bell, he played Derek Morris, Zach Morris' father, who appeared in a few episodes, often giving Zach guidance or advice. At the time of filming, John was 37 years old. Derek's role as a supportive, if occasionally strict, father figure added depth to Zach's character and family dynamics. After Saved by the Bell, John had a few guest spots in TV shows and films, but focused primarily on smaller roles in acting. Sadly, she passed away on September 22, 2023, at the age of 71. Thanks for watching. See you next time.